Next slip I have is from Thomas Wang. How much time do you need there, Thomas?
Oh, 10 minutes sound okay?
10 minutes?
Sure.
I'll hold you to it.
Okay, good enough. Well, thank you for the opportunity to come and speak. It's a pleasure, also an honor to hang out at this council meeting. I was asked at San Bruno Mountain, they told me, oh, there's this meeting, come and talk. So it was great. You know, it's a love, passion of my life, these butterflies. So I thought I'd share with you my experiences on the Northeast Ridge and hopefully help you to come to some sort of decision about what you will do at this particular junction. Back in 1997 or so, my major professor, I was studying at San Francisco State at the time. So I was doing a master's thesis. This dude, John Haffernick, who was the chair there, the department, biology department, he goes, oh, Thomas, come check it out. So he and me, he dragged us out to Northeast Ridge, and I was looking at it. It's like, oh, what's this? Just a bunch of, this is a scrap piece of rock, you know? Well, highway, darn thing, Guadalupe Hills runs through it. I was like, there's nothing there, you know? It looks brown, it's all dead grass. What the heck is there? But he takes me up to this thing we're calling a dead cow ravine, because it's like, I guess some dead cow was dumped down there. It's like there's these bollards and these gates you go through. And all of a sudden, he's starting to show me, oh, check this out. Here's Lupinus formosus. Here's Lupinus varicolour. There's all these different lupins. I go, what's the big deal? It's just some freaking little low-laying plants, right? And he starts to explain the connections to me, that there's these particular butterflies that lay their eggs on it, and they only use this butterfly, only use this host plant. And plus, then there's these ants, right? So these ants on the cow ravine, he goes, just check this out. And he flips the leaf over. And there's this caterpillar, about like this, tiny little green thing, looks just like the leaf. And he goes, check it out. And then there's these ants running up and down, stroking. Well, what the heck the ants are doing? So the ants, they're tending it for little protein, sugary rich secretions, which in turn, when the parasitoids, these little wasps come down because they want to sting the caterpillars, these mission blues, and they go, get out of here, get out of here. The ants protect them. I'm like, oh, that's kind of weird. I go, did somebody do a survey of the ants on this mountain? And so he said, oh yeah, this dude Ward from UC Davis did this study, and he did all these traps on San Bruno Mountain. I guess it's probably the late 80s or something like that. He said they found like almost guesstimated 30 different kinds of ants, which is like crazy. You know, there's no other place so much different kinds of biodiverse creatures. So like, okay, that's cool. So I started to go up there. I went up there in 1998, 1999. I checked out all these different spots on San Bruno Mountain. One was up on Radio Ridge, where I checked out a plot of lupins, you know. Instead of doing this random survey method where you go here, you go there, oh, I saw one, oh, I saw one, where like, you know, there's all these different blues that are around, so you don't even know what you're looking at. Or walking a straight line real quickly, oh, I saw one, marking it down. I stayed at one spot for a number of hours, you know, hours and hours, days. Picked out San Francisco, South San Francisco grasslands, one spot, Radio Ridge, another. Owl, Buckeye Canyon, and Northeast Ridge. So I looked at these spots to see how many eggs could get laid on the lupins. And it turns out the best spots are Guadalupe Canyon and also Northeast Ridge. And I was like, what the heck is this? I start to think about the mountain as a whole on the peninsula, and these huge westerlies, onshore winds that blow in off of the ocean. So this whole ridge side, maybe it's grasslands, maybe it's got lupins, but it's not that good for the butterflies. Imagine you're trying to mate, go to the bar, and the wind keeps blasting you apart, and you can't even have a conversation with somebody. So you go, okay, so let's go to the other side of the ridge. And you start to see that all of San Bruno is the Buckeye Owl Canyons and the Northeast Ridge. That's the best stuff for butterflies. That's why they're laying eggs there. That's why the male, females are together. And this grassland, this particular grassland we have is so special because it's not just the lupins, but there's this other, the violas. So, you know, I did this whole study, I wrote it up, I was happy, I got my thesis, I was out of there. I'm a scientist, right? You stay objective, far away, no emotions. It's cool, stuff comes and goes, extincts, like who cares, right? I'm a scientist. But then later on, I started to work, year 2000, work for natural areas in San Francisco. So there's a park there we got, Twin Peaks. TRA used to do the surveys down there too in the 80s. They said, oh, the population's extinct. And I went up there with my crew. I go, oh, we found them. We found them. Looking at eggs, looking at caterpillars, looking at butterflies. So we found them. So I started to redocument. We did the surveys up there to year 2000 up to 2004 when I was working for San Francisco Rec and Park. But then in these last few years, as any population, people are talking about fragmentation, right? You got people walking up there, they don't see no tourists, they throw trash, they get the view, they get back in their bus. Or people scouring down, checking it out, thinking they've seen too many Survivor shows, they're walking on the mountain, trampling everything down. And they don't even see the lupin that's underfoot or the caterpillars that are underneath. So now it's been declared extinct too. And this is a butterfly that, like the calliope, a grassland species that relies just on grassland plants that used to be all through these hills, but now it's only in a few spots. And San Bruno Mountain is the best bet, and the best places for these butterflies is this northeast ridge. And also, all these low-lying, gentle place hills. So